Joining us now is the Ukrainian ambassador to the United States, Oksana Markarova. Ambassador Markarova, thank you so much for making time for us tonight. I greatly appreciate your time. I'd like to begin by getting your reaction to President Biden's announcement that the United States will be sending these advanced rocket systems to Ukraine in the coming days. How is your government receiving the news? And more importantly, how do you see these weapons helping Ukrainian soldiers 4 months into this war?
Thank you very much for having me, and good evening to everyone. Well, first of all, of course, we are thrilled because, these weapons have been much awaited by our brave defenders. And in this new package that President Biden announced today, not only we are receiving more artillery, more other very important equipment that we have been receiving already for a while, but also we're getting this new capability that we really need for this difficult battle in the east and south that we have now. When on the one hand, on the one side, we see Russian invaders, war criminals with all the firepower, firing and destroying, literally making our cities and villages to the rubble. And on the other side, not only are our defenders there, it's our citizens, it's our peaceful villages. So we need all the weapons and equipment that we can get in order to stop them and in order to get them out from our country. And this MRLS, the HIMARSs that were announced today is exactly what we need for this phase of the battle.
Is it enough? I mean, I guess the short question is it enough? Because the New York Times is reporting today that some Ukrainian military units are complaining about a lack of ammunition. So my question is, are the weapons the U.S. sending enough to satisfy the current needs of your military? And if not, do you expect other countries to follow America's lead and step up, for example, Germany or other European countries?
Look, first of all, Russia is so much bigger than us. And we are in the fight against a very brutal, autocratic regime, a large country that has no respect to international law, that has no respect to any red lines. And they still have, even though they are not motivated, even though they are fighting for the wrong cause, it's an invading army, but there is so many more of them. So we need all the support that we can get in this. I mean, we are motivated. We are not ready to surrender. We will not surrender. As we have shown, we are able to win, and we won already a couple of really difficult battles, which came at a very high price, and were very helpful to the U.S. First, for providing all the assistance, weapons and sanctions, but weapons especially, but also for rallying the support. This Ramstein meeting that happened already twice, where the U.S. have led a discussion and cooperation of more than 40 countries, out of which 20 already are giving us the support in addition to the support that U.S. is providing. So, we, of course, would like the war to be won by us and for peace to return as quick as possible. But we don't know how much it will take, and we need all the support,
right,
regardless of how much it will take, because it's not just about Ukraine. It's a fight for democracy. It's a fight for rule of law, which has been breached, the international rule of law, which has been violated by Russia.
As you can imagine, the Kremlin is arguing that this U.S. decision to supply Ukraine with these new, more powerful weapons, quote, pours fuel on the fire. What do you say in response to that charge by the Kremlin?
We have heard so many lies by these war criminals, and they do not deserve to be called anything else. They have attacked our country 8 years ago. They plan to do it for all previous 30 years. They have, again, waged a full-fledged war on Ukraine almost 100 days ago, destroying residential areas, destroying hospitals, destroying schools, destroying our museums, killing, raping, torturing children and men and women. I don't think in this situation it really matters what they think about it. They have to get out. They have to stop the aggression. 144 countries in the UN condemned this. The International Court on 16th of March ruled that they have to stop and they have to get out. So, whatever fuel they're talking about, they have to stop the war crimes they're committing in Ukraine, and they have to stop the aggression.
Madam Ambassador, can I ask you, as you, I'm sure, fully aware, Secretary of State Tony Blinken said that the U.S. received assurances from your government that Ukraine will not use these new mid-range munitions that the U.S. provided to hit targets inside Russia. Can you confirm that that is the case? You will not hit targets inside of Russia with these American-provided weapons? And does that also include Crimea, which is, Ukrainian territory occupied by Russia? Will you attack Russian troops in Crimea?
Look, first of all, since the war started and since Russia waged war on us and occupied Crimea and Donetsk and Lugansk in 2014 and 15, we always had legal rights to retake it by military force, and we never did it. We always have chosen the diplomatic solution, and we try to restore our territorial integrity and sovereignty through diplomatic means. During the last 100 days, regardless of how brutal it was, Ukraine has been strictly doing everything according to international law. We were fighting on our territory. We are defending our territory. We never planned to attack Russia, and we still do not plan to attack Russia. So we need all the equipment, regardless of the range, in order to get Russians out from our territory and in order to defend our country. And yes, Crimea is Ukraine, and Donetsk and Lugansk is Ukraine.
All right, Ukrainian ambassador to the United States, Oksana Markarova, I appreciate your time, Madam Ambassador. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.